Now we'll do a quick exercise on SARS. SARS means stock appreciation rights, and based on the concept of SARS, employees have the right to receive the stock price appreciation gain for a certain number of stocks. So here, if the company grants this type of SARS at the end of each year based on that day's share market value, we will calculate the fair value of the SARS, and then we will proportionately allocate a certain percentage based on the number of the service year, and we will determine the compensation expense this way. So it is not that we decide a fixed one compensation expense on the grant day. Rather, at the end of every year, based on the fair value of the SARS, we recalculate the compensation expense and we record it proportionately, and we adjust it based on the previous compensation expense balance. So here their predetermined established price for stock is $20, and they issued 5,000 SARS. That means if a stock price goes up more than 20, employees will receive the stock price gain for 5,000 shares. Now, service period is 2 years, so we will adjust the compensation expense at the end of every year. Now, on December 31st, 2025, the fair value of SARS are determined to be $4. So, if it's December 31st, 2025, each SARS value is $4, and then if we multiply it by with 5,000 SARS, so total value of the SARS will be $20,000. So at the end of 2025, the compensation expense should be total $20,000. Now our service period is 2 years, so end of 2025 it will be 1 year or half. So we will take half or 50% of it as our compensation expense for 2025, which is $10,000. Now next year, which is the other year of our service period, at the end of 2026, we will also check what is the stock price, and based on that, what is the value of the SARS. So at the end of 2026, we figured it out. The value of the SARS, each SARS is $9, and we have 5,000 SARS. So total value will be 45,000. Now we passed 2 service years. That means at the end of the second year, we are supposed to recognize the entire 100% of our compensation expense. So this year we will recognize the entire 100% of the compensation expense, which will be $45,000. But remember, last year we already recorded $10,000, so we will subtract that $10,000. That means the remainder $35,000 will be recorded as 2026 compensation expense. This is how we follow the SARS method, and based on the latest value of the SARS, we adjust the compensation expense at the end of every year.